I saw this on Twitter yesterday. This was kind of drawing a little bit of conversation. We've talked about Tyrese Haliburton and we've talked about James Harden. Mm-hmm. Who is the better player between Tyrese Haliburton and James Harden in the year 2023?
So you could look at the numbers all day and determine, who scores more points, who gets more assists, who impacts the game a little bit more. I didn't go that route. I looked at things a little bit differently. Now, Tyrese Haliburton, we haven't seen him the Pacers haven't made the playoffs with Haliburton, so we haven't seen him in the playoffs yet. Could change very soon. I expect it to change very soon. James Harden, we have seen in the playoffs for many years. First off, James Harden has only been to the finals one time. That was in 2012, and that was as a six-man role on a team with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook and Serge Ibaka and that Thunder team in 2012. Outside of OKC, he's been to the conference finals only twice, in Houston and in Philly. 2 years in Philly, they haven't even won the East. So we've seen him have his own team in Houston. He was the guy in Houston. We've seen him play with other superstars. Brooklyn, it's hard to put that to judge that fairly, as there was games without Kyrie, games without Harden, games without KD. They only played together like 30 games or something like that in the 2 years they were together. But now we've seen him play with Joel Embiid, an MVP, with Tobias Harris, a star caliber player. Haven't won the East in 2 years. In my opinion, I think you cannot win in the playoffs with James Harden. He's an unbelievable player. He's going to get you the numbers. He's going to get you the points per game. But I just don't think, and he has the track record to prove it, and he's played well in the playoffs, but for some reason, teams cannot win in the playoffs with James Harden.
I think if you look at this past season, first of all, Tyrese Haliburton was an all-star this past season. James Harden was not. Just looking at the numbers, they're really close. They're a lot closer than what you would think. I mean, Haliburton, 0.3 points per game less. Haliburton, 0.3 assists per game less. He's averaging 3 less rebounds. He's a better shooter from three but if you look at per 36, you look at 36 minutes a game, Haliburton averages more points, more assists, and again, a better shooter. So, I think if I had to take a guy right now, maybe I'm a little biased, but I think I would take Tyrese Haliburton right now.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think especially if you're building a team, not only are the players closer, so when you got two players that are close like that, you look at age. And Haliburton, clearly the younger player. He has room to improve. I would absolutely, if I'm building a team, take Tyrese Haliburton over James Harden.
Well, I guess that settles the debate then. By the way, James Harden averaging in the playoffs 22 a game, 6 assists, 5 boards, 42% from the field. That Rockets collapse, though, back a few years ago, and they'd missed like 27 threes in a row. My goodness.
And even this year, Philly, they're up 3-2. They have a chance to close it out against Boston at home. They lose 2 straight. And James Harden didn't even look like he wanted to be on the floor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you can win in the playoffs with James Harden. I don't think it can happen. No matter who you surround him with, if he's the guy, if he's not the guy, I don't care. You're not winning with him.
I'm taking Tyrese Haliburton over James Harden.